to the left of the room today.
Please, I have a question on Greece. It's for you, I guess. This morning, the Greek government announced a green light for the sale of 14 regional airports to the German company Fraport. It is highly controversial. Tsipras was against it. There has been some critics from the European Parliament, and there has been a special clause in the memorandum on this. Do you have any comment?
As we know, the Eurogroup statement outlined a very ambitious plan for privatization, and the privatization is to be established and operational by the end of the year. We take note that the first concrete decision was taken this morning, but we will wait and see for more details. Anything else on Greece? Annette.
Been very busy today, sorry about it. On Greece, yes, is it correct, or do you have any comments to share with us that the sum that we're talking about for the support, the third package of support, is actually exceeding those 86 billion, that it might add up to 90 something, and that in order to balance and not go beyond this some of the funds to come into the privatization funds are being taken out to put in that package, so to speak? And if so, how to compensate the 50 billion that are foreseen for the privatization fund?
I'm aware of the reports, the media reports you refer to. They are simply wrong. The possible financing needed for the program is up to 86 billion, very importantly, up to 86 billion. It could in fact turn out to be much less if all goes well. The higher figure in some of these media reports completely disregards the proceeds from privatization that are already foreseen and actually planned into the program. And as we just said, you saw that the first steps on privatization are actually being taken already. Let me take that as an opportunity to remind you that the total financing envelope, as I say, of up to 86 billion euros is for the duration of the full duration of the program, and it could turn out much less if things go well. For instance, if and when the IMF comes in with its own program, this would be deducted from the overall amount. Likewise, if Greece returns to the market, which it did already last year, then during the program, then that would also decrease the financing needs from the program. Let me also remind you that we're talking about an ESM program. The ESM already has paid-in capital of 80 billion euros and a lending capacity of overall up to 500 billion euros. The program, therefore, does not require new, fresh money from national treasuries at this point, and is being done by the ESM under its own institutional capacity. So I think that should lay out quite clearly why reports of a higher number than the 86 billion that was up to 86 billion that was agreed are just factually wrong.
I'm aware of the fact that that parts of the privatization fund are already built in, but then we don't have an additional the amount balancing out for the privatization fund. So how are we going to even potentially reach those 50 billion if parts of it already go into this other draw, so to speak? Because out of this privatization fund, it's dedicated, most of it already, for specific tasks, and it will probably then diminish the part that the Greek government could invest, because all the others, the rest is earmarked already.
I'm quite impressed because, as far as I understand, the privatization fund, the details are being finalized and it's established to be operational by the end of the year. This money from privatization that's being earmarked right now is already money that is being planned concretely as part of the privatization program, and this was done in very close cooperation with the Greek authorities. It shouldn't be deducted, it shouldn't be added to the financing needs. Okay.
as you say, the privatization fund and its details will be set up until the end of this year. So how will it work with Fraport and the money the cash that will come in?
Well, these are details that I believe are being looked at, as the Fraport, as you mentioned, it hasn't been finalized. There isn't a contract yet. I mean, a decree has been passed by the Greek side, but not a contract, I understand, hasn't been signed. But let's focus now, I would say, on the fact that we have this agreement. We are going to, hopefully, and we fully expect it will be implemented, it will be ratified by the member states, parliaments, where it needs to be done by Wednesday, and we can have a first disbursement by Thursday. Any other questions I can help you with? That doesn't seem to be the case, so I'll see you tomorrow.